Okay, kids. So today we will be starting up with the topic of The Ant and the Cricket, which is the first poem in the syllabus of class 8. It's a very nice poem with a very morally enticing message at the end. It's one of the things that we should learn in life and we should take with us wherever we go. We should carry it with us with ourselves forever. So it's a very good message at the end of the poem. So we are going to read this poem keeping in mind that it is going to be a very nice rhythmic treat. Also, it is going to give us a moral message that we can carry forward with us. So, keeping both of these things in mind, let's dive into the poem. So here, it's a story. It's a story said in a poetic way. It's a very short story, of course. It's not a very big poem. So it's a poem that is telling us a story of ant and cricket. Correct. A little bit of what you already know about ants and crickets is that crickets, they keep singing. Yes, suna bhi hoga. That crickets are singing. Sham ke time pe, raat ke time pe. You must have heard them sing. And ants, as we all know, are considered to be one of the most laborious of all the organisms out there. We always give the examples of how ant keeps on climbing a wall unless and until it has actually done that. And it never really gives up doing the labor work. It is constantly struggling for a better life or a better survival. So that's one difference and one contrast that we are going to learn about here. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing. Accustomed यानी आदत लग जाना. तो एक young cricket है जिसको गाना गाने की आदत है. Correct? He just sings all the time. Through the warm sunny months of gay summer spring. Whenever it's summer, he's very happy. Again, the sense that he's very happy, and it's summer and it's spring. In these seasons, he's very happy. The weather is good and all he does all day long is that he sings. Begin to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So throughout the summer, spring, he was singing and he was just enjoying himself and the weather, and he did no work absolutely whatsoever. अब summer चली गई है और अब winter आ गई है. So now is the point when he's really worried, what am I going to do? क्योंकि winter आ गई है and his cupboards are empty. There is nothing in the house because he had stored nothing for winter. Correct? पूरे समर में जब उसको खाना इकट्ठा करके रखना चाहिए था विंटर के लिए, बिकॉज इन विंटर नथिंग विल बी अवेलेबल, ही डिड नथिंग. सो नाउ इज द टाइम व्हेन ही इज रियली वरीड. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Now there's snow everywhere and not a crumb of food. Not even a small crumble could be found anywhere. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on the tree. ना तो इसको एक फूल नज़र आ रहा है, ना कहीं पर उसको पेड़ नज़र आ रहे हैं. So there is absolutely no chance of getting food right now. Oh, what will become, says Cricket, of me? Now he's very worried. He's thinking what will become, what will happen if he doesn't get any food. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and trembling with cold. Now he's starving. It looks like there's a famine here because there's no food available and he has not saved anything. So right now, he's in a condition where he's starving. इसको बहुत भूख लग रही है और खाना कहीं से भी नहीं मिल रहा है. And he's wet and trembling with cold because he's not made any other arrangements for winter as well. And now it's all cold and it's all wet over there. Away he set off to a misery ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant a miserly ant. Now what he does is कि अब वो जाता है ant के पास, because as we've discussed, ant are responsible individuals. Ants are responsible organisms. They know what to do. Correct. They know when it is important to go out there and save for your future and make sure that you have a good amount of stockpile for your winters and everything. They are laborious organisms. So they must have, these are the only people to whom he could expect to ask for help. So he goes to the ant. अब वो चींटियों के पास जाता है. Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he'd repay it tomorrow. So he went over there with a hope that the ants are going to give him a place to stay and also will feed him some food. And it is not like he was just going to take and go away. उसका ऐसा नहीं था कि help ले करके then he'll vanish off. It was not like that. He said that I will repay them. It's not like I am going to just run away. I will repay them tomorrow whenever it is possible for me. I will just go back and give them whatever help, return them whatever help that they had given me. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Now, if these ants, if they don't help, then he is ultimately going to die of starvation and sorrow, because of course, who is going to be very happy with starving and dying and all this wetness and coldness around? Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. So the cricket over here is being addressed, and the ants say, the ant react to him, and they say that, you can call us a servant, you can call us a friend, but in any way we don't have a culture to lend or even borrow. अगर आप ये समझो कि हम किसी को उधार दें या किसी से उधार लें, so this is not the kind of business we do. करेक्ट, हम जितना हमें ज़रूरत होता है वी मैनेज आवर सेल्फ, सो वी डोंट बोरो फ्रॉम एनीवन, और हम लेंड भी नहीं करते हैं, ये सारा हिसाब हमको नहीं आता. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. Curious out of the kind of laziness the cricket might have shown, they asked the cricket, कि यार समर्स में कुछ भी नहीं बचा करके रखा, सब कुछ इस्तेमाल कर लिया, यू एट एवरीथिंग, और मतलब स्टॉक पाइल में कुछ भी नहीं बना करके रखा. तो क्रिकेट सेड कि नहीं, मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं बचाया. My heart was so light that I sang day and night. The summer was so beautiful. There were so many different flowers around. The sceneries, they were so good. And he was so happy that instead of making his stockpile and laboriously working towards that front, all he did was he sang throughout the day and throughout the night. For all nature looked gay, he said that the entire nature was looking so happy. How could I have indulged myself in a laborious work? Even I should have been happy. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, say the ant, and dance the winter away. जिस तरीके से भाई पूरे समर डांस कर लिया, विंटर में भी डांस करके ही निकाल लो, फिर गाना गा कर ही निकाल लो फिर. Fast ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. The ant, they have refused to help. Now he doesn't have anywhere else to go, so he just goes away from there. He gets out of the door of their home or wherever they live, and now he's on his own. There is no help he could expect from any place else. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it's true. तो the author says, the poet says कि लोग कहते हैं कि कहानी है, मुझसे पूछो तो ये सच है. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. Crickets जो होते हैं ना बेटा, the last line is actually such a good line. It's literally the best of all of the poem, and it puts the poem exactly into place. So the poet says कि क्रिकेट के वैसे 4 पैर होते हैं, लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से पूछो तो कुछ क्रिकेट्स के 2 पैर होते हैं. 2 legs in the sense they are referring to human beings. किस तरीके से we also tend to show such behavior. जब हम बहुत we are in a very happy mood, या कहा जाए कि हमारे पास करने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, या हमारे पास we are very happy, we are very wealthy, or we have a lot of time, we waste it entirely. We don't laboriously focus on things that are important. We deviate here and there. And for that reason, when rainy days come, rainy days in the sense difficult days are on our way, that's when we start to realize कि यार वो समय इस्तेमाल कर लिया होता तो आज इतनी दिक्कत नहीं आती. So this has become a human nature to procrastinate. Procrastination is one of the biggest problems human nature has incorporated in all these years. Procrastination is कि आपको मालूम है काम करना है, लेकिन आप उसको टाले जा रहे हो. कल कर लेंगे, परसों कर लेंगे, अच्छा एग्ज़ाम के एक दिन पहले पढ़ लेंगे. So it is like that. It's very important that you realize that the time that you're having on hand is most crucial commodity that you might ever have. और उसको अच्छी तरीके से इस्तेमाल करना ही चाहिए, or else there will be a time when you will regret having wasted this time. So ये एक बहुत ही अच्छा और morally appealing message author ने हमें दिया है, that it's extremely crucial कि हम अपने समय का और अपने resources का अच्छी तरीके से इस्तेमाल करें और इनको कभी भी waste ना होने दें, क्योंकि अगर ये waste हो गए, समय निकल गया, we are never going to get it back. We'll never get that chance back. Okay, so please go through this poem, do the question answers, and submit it to me by the end of this day. Thank you.